I'm confused about what veganism is. I was vegan for like 10 years. I got some results, went to the meat path, got more results, went back to veganism for ethics, felt worse again and again. I go back and forth, and now we're back on meat-based again, and I'm just left bewildered, wondering, like, what is veganism? Is it an agenda to kill us and like make us infertile, or is it like the happiest hippie thing you ever heard? Let's talk.
He's walking somewhere.
So when I first got into veganism, it was just a healthy thing. Like, that's how I healed myself to a point. It was somewhat healthier than I was. I got off medication. That was a good thing. So it was like, okay, we're doing this. Meat's killing us. Oh, wow, it clogs our arteries. Okay. So there's that whole thing. And then there's the struggles. And most of the people promoting that diet are dead now. Like, a lot of them. So many die. I don't get it. Robert Lockhart, dead. The girl that just died, super skinny, raw vegan. Hilda Clark. Like, they just keep dropping like flies. And I'm like, okay. People do die on any diet, but it seems weird. They should live to at least 300. Sold for over asking. Oh, that's wonderful. $7 million. Who could buy a house in today's world? Wow. So you could play both sides of the fence on this one. Either the Bill Bates route, where veganism is the future and you will own only crickets and you'll be happy. And I don't know, man, like, there's a lot of genetically modified organisms, and it seems like there is an agenda to push us plant-based. If you look around every grocery shop, it's like mostly plant-based. It's hard to find any meat anywhere. They trim the fat right off the thing if there is any. It's a weird state. So like, there is that whole, like, maybe they're trying to kill us and make us weaker and we can't defend against attackers because we're weak and vegan, or it is actually healthy and we're all gonna die. And there's a lot of misinformation about which they're trying to suppress, which diet is being censored more. I saw apparently Dr. Berg is saying, like, oh, my videos aren't showing up in search. It's like, I'm so sorry, your 10 million views a month are hurting your wallet. Welcome to my world, where I get like 150 views a year. It's so funny. All us YouTubers think we're being suppressed, and the reality is we just suck. That's the only thing that's happening. Because I remember my channel blew up on the carnivore diet, and I was like, oh yeah, YouTube wants us dead, so they'll promote this meat-based toxicity diet. And then I go vegan, it's like, oh, the views are down. But then you see, like, oh, they're promoting vegan channels. All the carnivores are thinking, look, they're promoting plant-based, they're suppressing us. We all just suck. Our videos suck. We have to do better. That's all there is to it. You're not being suppressed. We are, but I'll suppress your mom. I mean, there are a lot of missing ingredients in a vegan diet. Like, could you even do it without B12? Like, some people just suffer without B12 and they develop nerve pain. So it's like, you're not getting that. What if you go out into the forest and you have to survive somehow? You're going to be missing several nutrients. You're going to weaken away because you're only eating leaves because there's no fruit anywhere. It's like leaves and like licking the algae off rocks. What are you going to do? So like, if you could actually catch animals, I feel like you could totally sustain yourself. There's fish in the frozen ponds here somehow. I don't know, go ice fishing, you catch a squirrel, you get the black plague. You could live as a meat eater, potentially. I just, like, there's a lot of missing nutrients, like B12, choline, frickin' amino acids that actually let you lift things. It just feels like no matter what style of vegan diet you have, there's a problem with it. The fruits, there's too much sugar, it can destroy your teeth. The fruits were never that sweet. I've seen the wild fruits, they ain't sweet. So we've hybridized them and faked that being a natural thing. Like, oh, sweet fruits. We have a sweet tongue for a reason. It's like, no, we taste the sweetness of beef liver. That's what it's made for. I tasted it the other day. I was like, kind of sweet. Wow, look at that. So that's what that tongue's made for. Starch-based, it's like, you turn gray, very farty, starchy and slow and weird. And What's that gonna do for you? Digestively speaking, starch? Come on now. And the high-fat vegan, you want a vegan digestion nightmare. Try high-fat like I was doing. Lou Corona's nut yogurts. Good luck with those. All my favorite vegetables aren't even real. They're all hybridized. Broccoli, all the cruciferous, those were the only ones I really liked. Those are man-made. Like all stemming from some mustard plant. Some bullshit like that. Like they're not even real plants, most of it. This simulation Earth will destroy me. That's all I know for sure. What is real? What is even real? Like cows aren't natural. They were never, we made them. They're hybridized. Nothing's real. Everything's changing. Time doesn't exist. I don't know what to think anymore. Help! All I know for sure is our Illuminati overlords have confused us well. And they are, wow, well done. Because they debunk everything. And then there's counter myths to each thing. And then they suppress each diet, making you think, oh, like there's people saying, like I think Augenis Vonderplanitz, if I'm being real, he said he's been attacked many times. I think that was just a marketing scheme. He just fell off his bike. That's all that happened. He fell off a motorcycle and then he was like, no, someone ran me off the road because I was teaching about raw meat. It's raw fucking meat. It does nothing. It's gross. Could only give you parasites. So it's like, I don't know, we all think we're being suppressed. And all I know is these Illuminati freaks, they poison us. Have you heard? I just found out that there's Teflon-free dental floss. Let that sink in for a second. Why is there Teflon in any dental floss? What the hell is happening? In every brand, go search it. You're using it right now. Never again. That's loud. That's louder than it needs to be. It's a tractor. There's no reason you exist. That's why we have potholes. So does meat clog our arteries and kill us early, or do plants fibrously destroy our gut health? Who knows? The only thing I want to know is what the hell's wrong with my forehead rash and why won't it leave? That's all we should really be talking about. The meat is healing nothing. I feel like I have to eliminate more and more plants. That's all I know for sure. It's like something, the green peas, that's the dumbest plant to be adding to my life. Probably the hardest thing to digest. That's doing it for sure. So, we are likely headed carnivore, and that ain't right. Will I die young? Maybe. Hey, little homie. You want some macadamia nuts? You want them. I don't know if you can see any of that. Yay. Why do we do it, little squirrel?
I just want raw meat. That would be so sweet. I would eat it every night at bedtime. I just want raw meat.
You know what the craziest thing about veganism is? I tried to deny this for a long time. We do this vegan thing to protect the animals. We're not killing. I just fed that squirrel. He's happy as hell right now. We all love animals, even meat eaters. We don't want to kill, obviously. But then, like, these farms. I heard a story, this guy has a walnut tree. I think it was David Asprey. And he asked his daughter in the crowd, he's at this big convention, he's like, hey, Ashley. I'm making up her name, because I have no memory. How many walnuts did we have this year from our walnut tree? She's like, yeah, none. Because the squirrels ate them all. Before they were ripe, we couldn't have them. So like most farmers shoot them. Literally. It's just like, boom, don't take our nuts, boom. And then you're buying your walnuts and you're like, haha, cruelty free. It's like, how many squirrel blood sacks are on your walnut shells? Yeah, some. So like the potato farmers, I was in denial. I'm like, no, man. A good farmer wouldn't do that. But most of them do. They just shoot the pigs. It's like, there's a pig eating our potatoes, kill it. And then they make bacon, even though they're vegans. So what do you think? Is veganism an agenda or is it healthy? The answer is both. There's an agenda to misinform you about veganism, and then there's an agenda to promote it in a healthy way, and there's all these different things, and nothing makes sense anymore. I'm getting strong as hell on my meat thing, but then there's fruitarians that are still stronger than me, and I don't understand anything. I'm eating so much protein, is that damaging my kidneys? Nobody knows. I've heard people reverse kidney damage on meat only. What the? There's too much math happening right now. Let me know down below. Add to the confusion. You'll see, just look down there. You're gonna see a bunch of people, yeah, veganism agenda, I told you, bro. And it's like, of course not. It's healthy. What are you doing? Help. The hell, man. So I'm gonna leave on a high note. How you doing? You summing up the video. We learned something. Thumbs down. If you work for Bill Bates, why? You're working on a way to genetically modify tuna and blend it with a broccoli plant. I don't see how Brocco tuna is going to help you. Tunocoli is not healthy. It's not natural. Could never be the answer, even though I do crave it sometimes. I'm going to leave. How you doing? You subscribing for more videos? I'll see you in the next